Hello, this is Love Living Peach or Peach Living Love. So, have you ever experienced something that you didn't like? Something was happening and you chose to just ignore it because you didn't want to focus your attention on it and you didn't want to attract more of that to you by focusing on it. So you thought, if I just ignore it, it'll go away. And then at some point, you reach your threshold that says, I'm not going to keep ignoring this because it's not going away and it's not going to get better. And actually, most of the time, ignoring things is not the best way to improve a situation that you don't like. Do you guys know that this is, we could call it the Me Too era? This is a time in the world where I believe it's time to call people out. Okay, so in the last couple of days, I've been minding my own business. I've been going along doing the things that I love to do. And I reached that threshold where I said, you know what? I'm not going to just keep ignoring people who want to say sexual comments on my videos because they feel somehow entitled and just keep deleting them and blocking them and ignoring it. It's time for me to say something because enough is enough. Enough is enough with people, not just to me, okay? This isn't about me personally. This is just in general out in the world. It's enough of people with the rape mentality that makes them say to someone who said, no, I don't want you to make comments. I don't want your sexual innuendos. I don't want you to make hinting of sexual comments. I don't want you to make clear out in the open sexual comments. I don't want your sexual advances. No. And then you say no, and they respond, you're just teasing. You're teasing me. You're saying no is actually a tease because you really like it and you really want more. And you're just playing a game by saying no when you really mean yes. And that, my fucking not friend, is rape mentality. She said no, she's teasing me. She said no, she really wants it. She's wiggling her behind. That means that she wants me to think of her sexually. Do you know what some nasty person wrote? They said, I'm your subscriber, therefore I'm entitled to say comments on your page, and you're going too far by saying that this is sexual harassment. If I have not explicitly and specifically and personally given you specifically permission to say sexual comments to me, then you are sexually harassing me. You don't like that? You don't like that truth? Well, then you have a rape mentality. If you tell a woman or a person, regardless of what their genitals are, because of how you're showing up, that entitles me to be sexual towards you. And when you say no, stop it, I'm going to tell you that now you're being a tease. That you're really a pervert and you really want this and you're being a tease by saying no. You need some mental help, okay? The reason I'm putting out a second video about this is because sexual harassment is purely unwanted sexual advances, whether they are words, suggestions, comments, just flat out sexual explicit statements, sexual invitations. That's harassment. If I said no, you're harassing me. And actually, When you go onto a person's, whether it's their YouTube page, their Instagram page, Facebook, personal email, or you're talking to somebody who's walking by on the street, or it's somebody you work with, or even a friend of yours, anyone, just because a person is doing something that turns you on does not entitle you to speak to them sexually, to behave at them sexually, to gesture at them sexually. That is harassment. It doesn't matter if a person is completely nude from head to toe and doing yoga and you can see their orifices. Still not an invitation for you to say something sexual or to approach them sexually or to touch them sexually. I don't care if somebody is got their naked behind in the air with their legs splayed open and every freaking part of their genitals are out on display. That's not for you to go get. Okay? That's not. Now, I understand there's lots of people who they're going to be turned on by that, or they're going to be triggered by that, or they're going to be attracted to that, or, like in a negative sense, they're going to be, like, whatever you want to call it, like a magnet. But that does not give you the right. Rape mentality, dude, means she said no, but I think she's teasing me. She said no, but I'm going to do it anyway. She's dressed like this, so it's acceptable. She's not dressed, therefore it's acceptable. Like some of my favorite yogis on Instagram, they post pictures where they're wearing the tiniest of bathing suits, maybe just a G-string. And when they're in their poses, you can basically see almost everything. Not everything, but, there's a lot that's exposed. And yeah, there's always those nasty people who have to go to that nasty place. But just because someone is showing their rear end, it's not an invitation. And if they specifically say no, then you're violating that even more. It's not okay. It is sexual harassment. If you go onto a person's page and you don't know that person and you are not their romantic, intimate partner and you're saying sexual comments to them, you are harassing that person. Believe it or not, it's harassment, okay? Unwanted sexual comments, advances, suggestions, that's harassment, okay? It's a stranger. You don't know that person. It's completely inappropriate. Now, another thing, this person who, I'm calling you out, even though you're anonymous and I don't know you, and so I don't actually care about you, but your rape mentality is important enough for me to talk about. This person suggested, well, if you don't like perverts so much, why don't you disable comments then? Why do I have to do that? Why do I have to live in a fearful place that says, I'm going to stop doing the things that I love. I'm not going to move my body the way I love because there's people out there who might take it the wrong way. Or I'm not going to post videos of myself doing what I love to do because there's a few nasty people out there, so I'm not going to do what I want to do. I'm going to let the few people who have no understanding of boundaries and what's appropriate and what's inappropriate and what's sexual harassment and what's rape mentality, I'm going to let them essentially control me because I'm going to stop doing what I want to do. I'm going to stop posting videos, or I'm not going to let anyone comment because of the few nasty ones who want to. No, and no. You don't have a right to tell me that I shouldn't post the videos I'm posting. You don't have a right to tell me that just because you're subscribed to me, that somehow gives you the right to now make a sexual remark on my video. No, it doesn't. Not only does it not give you the right, but I will block you because I don't want nasty people on my page, okay? This is not something I'm losing sleep over. This is not something that I'm focused on all the time. This is not something that, I'm crusading about. This is something I'm calling out because this is not the kind of time in this day and age, November 2nd, 2018, where far too many people are not being listened to. Far too many people are saying, no, stop. And then the other person is saying, you're just teasing. I'm going to push in on you anyway. And it's not acceptable. Okay. So any person out there who thinks that you are entitled to make a sexual comment on a person's anything that they post because you're subscribed to them, because they're what you perceive as sexually suggestive, because it's turning you on, because the color of their pants looks like they're not wearing any pants, and so you think that means that now you can make a comment, or because the person is wiggling this part or that part, and even more twisted rape mentality, because I'm specifically saying, you know what? Anybody out there who might be watching this who thinks that they're entitled to make sexual comments, no. I'm telling you no. And then you then choose to respond to that by saying, you're a tease. You like this. You want this. You're trying to... Motherfucker, you need to go to jail. Okay? Stop. Stop being nasty. Stop sexually harassing people. Stop thinking you are entitled to be sexual towards people because of the way they look, because of what they do, because of what they're posting. No. No, 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 no. No means no. No doesn't mean I'm teasing you. Okay? So this is a video not just for me personally, but for all people out there who go through this, who do what they love, who love what they do, who love to share it for themselves and maybe for many other people who do choose to watch it. And yet there are those few nasty people who don't seem to have any awareness that what they're doing is not okay. So this is me calling you out and saying, no, it's not okay. Stop with the rape mentality. Rape mentality means I feel entitled to advance on this person in a sexual manner, whether it's through words, comments on a screen, or actually approaching them. I feel entitled regardless of what they are doing or saying, whether it appears to me as sexually suggestive or not. It's not okay. It's not okay. Okay? So, I am not interested in people subscribing to me and their only intention is to make sexual comments on my videos. I'm not going to disable comments because of a few people who are unhealthy and sick, and I'm not going to stop doing what I love to do. And no, I'm not going to be thinking about this every day, all the time. But at this very moment right now, which happens to be 8 p.m. or 7:59 p.m. on a Friday night, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this now. And I am talking about this now, and I'm putting this out there to share it to others. All of you beautiful yogis and dancers and stretching and whatever else people do out there, I think it's beautiful. And keep it up. Keep doing it. Keep posting your videos and your beautiful pictures. And all of you other people who think that it's acceptable for you to just try to come at other people with your sexual desires when they have not in any way, if I'm a stranger or if a person is a stranger, approaching them with a sexual comment is completely inappropriate. Okay? That's not how you should approach someone ever. Okay? The only people that you should be saying sexual comments to are people that you are in a committed relationship with, or it's truly consensual and they have said, yes, I want you to talk to me like this. I like it. I want it. Please keep going. Otherwise, stop and go seek help, okay? There are group therapies you can go to. You can go to individual therapy. You could probably find some online therapy, but stop the sexual harassment and the rape mentality, because it's not good. And those of you who are trying to justify your sick, twisted behavior because you're trying to rip me down, or the other people, like some of the people I follow online, I've seen other people commenting like, you try to actually justify your nasty behavior by trying to make that other person somehow at fault. And that is rape mentality, okay? No means no. And if you don't know the person personally and they're not telling you, yes, I like this from you, then just stop, okay? Just don't do it. Don't do it. That's it. Bye.